What's going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today we're going to talk to you about Stellar. So normally I don't cover crypto on this channel, but with Stellar up 42.91% over the last 24 hours, I think it is justifying of a video. So I want to go over what is really pushing it higher and everything else that you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off up like 43%, like I said, 15.23 billion for volume. This is kind of just the good old list rankings based on the volume. So Stellar is up there. So it is getting a lot of big attention. And even just generally, it is ranked 14th on market cap. That has gone up quite a lot because over the last 7 days, it is up 127%. And over the last 1 month alone, it is up 427%. So it has been on a absolute tear. But there's a lot of whales really getting into Stellar. So the $1 million question is why? Why are whales gravitating towards Stellar? And there's a lot of articles coming out somewhat saying kind of the same thing. So I don't know if it's all stemming from one rumor, but essentially a lot of articles are kind of correlating Ripple's recent run and Stellar and how potentially they are anticipating both to have ETFs. So it looks like investors are also anticipating that some companies will apply for a Stellar and XRP ETF in 2025. So we already do know on exactly what that does mean for Bitcoin. The amount of liquidity, it just jumped up like tenfold. So I think people are now correlating possibly that and hedging and pricing that in. So this is why you are seeing a huge amount of whales getting in. Aside from that though, you are surprisingly seeing a squeeze. So this is all the liquidations right here. This red as of right now, which is at 12.58 million, is shorts returning. And even the day prior, 3.87 million. Day prior to that, 576,000. So a lot of shorts are getting screwed, and rightfully so, right? If it goes up, let's say 30%, a certain amount of individuals kind of bet that it's going to go down and obviously open up a short position. They're screwed. So I think there is going to be a lot more margin calls that does happen. So if the volume does continue at the status quo and whales continue to get in, more and more shorts are going to be squeezed out of their position, causing the stock price to go up even further. So even though it's gone up, like I said, 43% just in 1 day, that might just be the tip of the iceberg on potentially what could happen. At the same time, over and above everything, you see the fear and greed index for crypto at 93. So meaning people's appetite for risk is on the table. So people are just buying any and all cryptos out there. And can you blame them? On this channel, I like to look at a lot of the data behind the scenes. What is really fueling any stock, crypto to move higher? So one thing that I've been really watching very closely is this, and that's money market funds. And so basically on a week by week basis, there was $22.21 billion that left money markets to obviously look for better opportunities either in the equities or crypto markets. So in my opinion, this is why you are seeing a very nice jump up in volume. Not just with Stellar, but absolutely everything. And this could definitely continue as well, because just showing you this chart right here. So generally we are at all-time highs for money sitting in money markets. And similar to what happened between 2020 and 2021, there was a nice rotation that did happen. So in my opinion, if there's a lot of individuals that have been sitting on the sideline for the greater part of the last year and a half, they're seeing crypto run up. Well, what are they going to do? They're going to kind of sell out of the money markets and move into crypto, causing a even further amount of whales getting into all these altcoins and everything else, which will cause a little bit more of a domino effect once again, cause squeezes and prices to go absolutely parabolic. So in reality, it is starting to come to fruition. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. But right now on the actual chart itself, I do have the ALMA, 50, 100, 200-day moving average, super trend, volume, and then stochastic RSI. So looking at the 1 day, this is where you're seeing kind of just it go to the moon, abnormal amount of volume getting in. But more specifically, moving over to the 4-hour, this is where you're seeing some minor consolidation, but regardless, it is fighting to stay above that ALMA. So right now that is roughly around 48 cents. But even if it does consolidate, definitely it could just get to roughly around that 37 cent mark in the short term. But even if that does occur, in my opinion, it's not that big of a deal. Still, bigger picture has gone up a lot, and whales have acknowledged that this is going to be their focus. So in my opinion, that could happen, but as of right now, it's definitely holding on for dear life. On the 1-hour, this is where you're seeing kind of the stem of the consolidation. So right now it is below the ALMA. So in the 1-hour chart, kind of just watch for that 41 cent mark, but still, even if it does consolidate, like I said, it's not that big of a deal, but it is definitely getting a lot of attention. On a side note, looking at the 1-hour chart, you are seeing, because of this minor consolidation, it is considered oversold, as crazy as that sounds. So once again, this is where you could see a push higher. A lot of people have been DMing me and kind of saying that they're buying XLM despite it already up 43%. They see the potential, and I think a lot of big money is seeing the exact same thing. So all in all, you might see a lot of volatility. Anything goes up this much, you're going to see a lot of profit taking, a lot of consolidation, a lot of volatility. But I think ultimately, if there is truly that rumor about that whole ETF coming to fruition, that's going to blow the amount of liquidity up to the moon. So this could just be a tip of the iceberg on how high this could potentially go. So let me know your thoughts on Stellar in the comments below. Have you been buying? Have you been selling? Are you one of those weird individuals that wants to short it, that thinks it's just too high? And obviously, probably a lot of them are getting margin called right now, but what is your viewpoint on all of this? One final thing I just wanted to share with you, I did launch a Patreon where I'm giving buy signals on stocks, options, and crypto, and a lot of them have been absolute home runs. So pop over there, link in the description below to kind of take a look. In the comments below as well, I'll put that there. So with all that, appreciate all of you watching.